In a world where innocent children scream in the rubble of war, where mothers watch their loved ones waste away from merciless disease, where earthquakes swallow entire villages and the greedy grow richer while the kind starve, one question has haunted every human heart since the dawn of time. Why? If a loving, all-powerful Creator truly exists, why does He allow so much suffering, evil, and injustice? Why do the good suffer while the wicked prosper? Why does free will create monsters? Why do natural disasters punish the innocent? Why does a single moment of human greed or hatred ripple into centuries of pain? These are the questions that keep millions awake at night, the same questions that have driven people to doubt God, to lose faith, or to search desperately for answers. Tonight, as an old man who has walked beside the broken, buried the dead, and stared into the same darkness you feel right now, I will not give you empty philosophy. I will share the living truth I have found, a truth that does not deny the pain, but reveals the hidden light behind it. At the center of all existence stands the true source, the life creator, pure, boundless love itself. This is no distant God locked inside books or temples. The Creator lives beyond our 5 physical senses, in a higher dimension our limited minds can never fully grasp, yet closer to us than our own heartbeat. Like the wind we cannot see but can feel on our skin, the Creator's presence is known only when we open the door of the spiritual heart. The Creator does not allow evil the way a careless king ignores crime. Instead, He gave us the greatest gift imaginable, free will. Without it we would be nothing more than robots. Love that is forced is no love at all. True love can only be born from choice. That same free will is why evil exists, not because the Creator is weak or cruel, but because we so often choose the loud voice of ego over the gentle whisper of the heart. When we follow anger, greed, pride, hatred, or resentment instead of the flow of divine love, suffering is born. Moral evil, the cruelty we inflict on one another through war, betrayal, corruption, and injustice, comes straight from closed hearts filled with negative emotions. Natural evil, disasters, diseases, and suffering that seem to strike without reason, is the great self-correcting mechanism of a living universe. Generations of collective human choices have poisoned the shared field of life, and nature, like a wise body fighting infection, must cleanse the imbalance. Yet here is the surprising truth: the very existence of suffering does not prove the Creator is absent. On the contrary, the deep ache we feel when we see injustice, that instinctive cry of "this is wrong," is proof of an inner compass of absolute goodness placed inside us by the true source. If there were no eternal love, how could we even recognize its opposite? Science itself quietly confirms this mystery. Quantum physics shows us a universe of perfect interconnection where particles influence each other instantly across vast distances, an invisible web that mirrors the unbreakable link between every open heart and the life creator. Why then do the gentle often suffer while the cruel seem to prosper? Appearances deceive. Prosperity without wisdom can become the heaviest burden. Those who chase wealth and power through closed hearts may taste temporary success, yet they drift farther from the true source, the only real fountain of lasting joy. In time, that separation demands its price, either in this life or beyond. The suffering of the innocent, even children, carries echoes of soul lessons from before this lifetime. No soul is truly innocent when viewed through eternity. Each is completing a sacred curriculum. Disasters and tragedies are collective wake-up calls, urging humanity to cleanse the emotional poisons we have spilled into the world. None of this is judgment. It is an invitation to love more deeply and help one another through open hearts. Long ago, in humanity's first dawn, our ancestors faced the same choice we face today. They turned from the guidance of the open heart and followed ego instead. That single turning, remembered as the original transgression, did not bring down divine anger. The Creator does not rage. It only planted an unbreakable invitation, the chance, in every generation, to turn back, to ask forgiveness, and to reopen the heart. The pattern of closed hearts has been passed down like a shadow, creating a chain of collective suffering. But every chain can be broken by the same free will that once chose separation. The most hopeful revelation is this: nearly all the suffering we see, perhaps 9/10 of it, is of our own making. Wars, poverty, corruption, and the plundering of the earth all flow from one root: hearts closed to the true source. We are not victims of a cruel cosmos. We are its co-creators. And that same truth liberates us. When enough of us begin to live with hearts wide open, light spreads naturally, without violence or revolution. So how do we face a world still heavy with injustice? Not by fighting suffering with the weapons of ego, but by surrendering it into the hands of the only one who can truly heal. The first and most powerful step is to open your spiritual heart every single day. Through simple, sincere, open heart meditation, we stop demanding and start allowing. We let the Creator's love wash away anger and replace it with compassion, dissolve pride and replace it with humility. We practice the natural way of walking, feeling the earth and the quiet joy of being alive. We ask forgiveness for every time we chose ego, and we receive it instantly, because the Creator's mercy has no limit. When your own heart rests in peace, you become a living light for everyone around you. The suffering that once defined you becomes a temporary classroom, a bridge to something eternal. Ponder this with me. Every tear, every wound, every cry of why is ultimately an invitation to return to the embrace that never ends. My friends, the pain of this world is real, but it is not the final word. The true source, life creator, infinite love, has never left us. In the opening of the heart lies the doorway home. Walk gently. Love fiercely. Keep your heart open. The Creator is already waiting, right here, within you.